world of science fiction has always intrigued audiences with its blend of mystery and horror.
Something got into that rocket. Took the blood out of the other two, and now it's using Karun. And it's found other forms of life.
This episode is a journey into that world of the unknown.
You think that place is producing human food? It's not.
Food? What's he know about that? He's been spying.
That plant is producing deadly poison. Poison to every earthly creature.
The demons. The most successful science fiction thrillers persuade us not only with their special effects, but with the intelligence of their stories. So writer Nigel Neal remains one of the screen's supreme fantasists. In Quatermass and the Pit, strange, slimy creatures found buried in the ground may have been with us for a very long time, you know.
Do you classify them as insects?
Arthropods. Nice general term, covers all the crabs and spiders too. Except that no earthly one's ever had that tripod leg arrangement.
The horned demons in those old prints. Rooney, this image,
Rather pretty.
it's like a gargoyle. I mean, in fact, haven't you seen it carved in walls in a dozen countries? Is it in the depths of all our minds? Erase memory.
Got it. Look at this. A cave painting of 30,000 years ago, man in a ritual mask. I wonder where he dreamed up the idea of that. Thanks. You know, I think these are old friends we haven't seen for a time.
Weight and structure point to low gravity environment. A thin atmosphere.
Perhaps a world that's dead now, but a few million years ago could have been teeming with life.
I wonder. A name that's been nearly worn out before anything turned up to claim it. Was this really a Martian?
Professor Kepler, ever since I've come to Deanfield, I've had one idea in mind, and that's to design the first rocket ship to carry a human being. With what we know now, I'm confident that I can do it.
Dr. Mitchell, I shall recommend that permission be granted.
The 1953 film Spaceways detailed man's effort to conquer space. Howard Duff is the intrepid scientist, and the beautiful Eva Bartok his devoted assistant. However, the designers seem to have created a somewhat rudimentary rocket.
Our speed now 5,000. Must disconnect center section.
Unsurprisingly, events take a distinct turn for the worse, and the rocket is sent spinning out of control.
Out of control, right after the middle section disconnected.
It's jammed.
Stay in your arms.
No. You must try to contact Deanfield immediately.
Deanfield, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Listen, Professor. There is no way back.
Steve,
Please.
Someone else must follow us so that all this won't have been in vain.
Lisa, it's free. We're turning back.
Did you hear that, Professor? It's all right. We're turning back.
In the Quatermass experiment, the surviving astronaut from an expedition to space begins to develop some worrying side effects. Brandon Levy plays the clinical Quatermass. David King Wood is the doctor.
He shouldn't be alive, but he is.
Can't you do something to increase the metabolic rate?
Tried everything. No effect.
I never knew pressure effects to last this long.
Oh, these aren't just pressure effects. It isn't only his face. Take a look at his skin. Anyway, here, on the shoulder. Feel it.
Swollen. Coarsened.
Yes, and that's not all, either. Look at the contour of the face.
You mean the bone structure?
Yes, I could be wrong about a limb, but not about the shape of the bones. There's been a change. I'm convinced of that.
Richard Wordsworth was perfectly cast as the innocent man infected by an alien species. The film's X rating was emphasized by the dropping of the letter E from the title word experiment.
Everything's going to be all right, Victor. I'll get you the best treatment, finest doctors. I'll get you well and strong. We'll make a new life for ourselves. Away from all this, away from him. A life will be our own. Would you like one? Victor, Victor. Your head. Are you in pain?
The most dedicated scientist the movies has ever seen is the workaholic Baron Victor Frankenstein. In the 1967 Frankenstein-created woman, Thorley Walters and Robert Morris are the assistants helping the typically intense Peter Cushing in his experiments to combat death.
How long this time?
1 hour, 1 whole hour to the second.
Come on, come on. No, don't touch it. It'll freeze your fingers off. Now watch. You see, indestructible. A shield of indestructible matter. We have succeeded, Hertz. We have a frame of force so strong that nothing can enter it, and nothing can escape.
Baron, one question, please. What is it for?
What is it for? To give life after death, my friend. That's what it's for. Life after death. We have conquered death.
The work of scientists in these films usually leads to catastrophic results. In The Damned, children are reared in a radioactive center to enable them to survive the aftermath of an atomic war. Director Joseph Losey and writer Evan Jones create a malevolent vision of modern society in which the authorities are manipulative and deadly. The film's release was held up for 2 years due to the controversial nature of the subject matter.
Gregory! Yes, sir. Henry's gone. In the car. I've seen you before. You're the man who knows all about violence, aren't you? You're the man who knows all the answers, aren't you? Why are you doing this? What's it all for? What are you trying to make out of these children?
Science also creates weapons of pure destruction. Foreign agents use a deadly sonic ray in the 1949 Dick Barton Strikes Back, the second screen outing of the eponymous hero. Don Stannard as Barton is mankind's only hope. Jimmy Sangster wrote his first script for Hammer, the 1956 X the Unknown, in which monstrous sludge erupts from the earth to terrorize the Scottish community. Dean Jagger is a scientist beginning to uncover the truth.
What's more natural in their search for survival than that they should return to the face of the planet where once they lived? Now, if you check, you will find that every 50 years, by virtue of the position of the Earth in the solar system, a greater pull is exerted on the surface of this planet than at other times. Quite unnoticeable to us, but 2,000 miles down. Who knows? And during the short period of time that this pull is its most powerful, you will also find there's always been a freak earth tremor, and that each of these cases, a fissure has opened in the surface of the Earth. Now, what if on these occasions some of the vast energy trapped below had caused the eruptions or tremors in an attempt to reach the surface? What if, in fact, it did reach the surface? It looked around for a means to sustain its existence. For to live, one must have nourishment. And these forces are almost pure energy. Now, what does energy live on?
Energy.
Exactly. Energy can only be fed with more energy, or radiation, if you like.
Peter!
Peter, don't go any closer! Peter, don't go any closer! Peter! Peter! Peter, don't be a fool! Get back! Get back!
Worked, Mac, didn't it?
Quatermass 2 followed a year after the original, with director Val Guest once again creating a sinister, foreboding atmosphere, aided immeasurably by James Bernard's bone-scraping music. This time, the Earth is faced by an alien invasion.
There's scores of them coming down. What are they? Meteorites?
Meteorites give a strong trace as soon as they strike the atmosphere. These are different.
Oh, what are they?
Whatever they are, they're coming in low and slow.
Oh, it's the first one. Time one's fallen this far away.
You called it an overshot.
That's right. Scary things that fall outside the plant, usually at night.
What are they supposed to be?
Oh, something to do with the process. Don't ask me. Oh, look at the mess it's made in the floor.
Stay back, girl. It's a hole underneath the floorboard. We've got to get everyone out of here.
Well, now, come along. Everybody
Oh,
outside, please. Come along. I'm sorry to interrupt the festivities. Is she all right?
Yes,
Well, be a good fellow to take her outside. Now, come along, please. Quickly. Outside.
Please, you must clear this hall. It's urgent. Come along now. Where you go?
What's all the fuss about? It's an overshot.
What do you think it was, a bomb? Look, no matter what they've told you about these things, they're not harmless. Now, along you go. Out you go, please. Wait a minute.
Ah, here it is. It's still warm.
Put it down as slowly as you can.
Oh, it's only an overshot. Like Patty said.
On the floor. Put it on the floor. Gently.
Sheila!
Look, our neck. Try and imagine an organism to which oxygen is not an essential of life, but a destroyer. An organism which is unable to exist in our atmosphere for more than 3 or 4 seconds, safe only in a shell like this, sealed in with a mixture of gases, methane, maybe even hydrogen.
And when it breaks out?
It dies, unless its energy is expended on an object that can exist in our atmosphere, a human target.
And what happens to the human target?
An immediate invasion of his entire nervous system. Something is implanted, an instinct, a blind compulsion to act for them.
And Brian Donlevy discovers the full extent of their sinister plan when he infiltrates an industrial plant taken over by the alien forces. Quatermass and the Pit was the final installment of the trilogy and provided a fitting climax with a traditional battle between good and evil, between mankind and the demonic forces of the alien invaders.
The horned devil! Don't look at it!